right. I have quite a lot of lip product. For someone who doesn't totally love lip products. Don't get me wrong, I do love wearing something on my lips. I think it really pulls a look together. But they're not my favorite thing to buy. I don't get totally excited by lip products. It's not something that I am madly in love for the same way that I am eyeshadows. So that's why I am making this a declutter instead of a ranking, because I don't necessarily have a favorite lip product. I have favorite lip product types. As you'll see, I have very similar lip products in certain types, specifically like tinted balms, stuff that's easy to apply on the go. I'm definitely not a lipstick or a sticky lip gloss wearer. At this point, I feel that as long as the product gives me the color that I want and is comfortable to wear and is affordable, then I'm into it. If not, then I'm not. So anyway, before we get started, if you watched my vanity tour video, I forgot to point this out, but I actually have this sitting on my little makeshift 3-tier vanity. It is just like a glass base, and then in the bottom of it, I've put some decor rocks, and then I just use it to stick my lip products in that I use on a daily basis. More my favorite, I guess. And then in this bag is everything else. So let's go through the everyday one first. First and foremost, my Colourpop Just a Tint. I don't foresee myself getting rid of any of these, just because I guess if I were to say that I had a favorite #1 ranking lip product, these would be #1, just because they are the perfect amount of tint for me. They're comfortable to wear. The only drawback about them is they have a scent. To me, it reminds me sort of like a peachy papaya type scent, which can be a major turnoff. And at first I was worried that I wasn't gonna like them because of that. It can be a lot. However, I think my love for the product far exceeds my distaste for that scent. And so I continue to wear them, and they continue to be just one that I reach for most often. So I guess I would have to say that these would be my favorite type of lip product formulas. Next up, I guess I would say my second favorite are the Nyx Butter Glosses. I mean, you can't beat the price and the color payoff of these. I think that they are very comfortable to wear for someone who does enjoy a gloss from time to time. It's not overly sticky. They do provide a good amount of pigment, and they are just incredible. Next up, I have this Revlon Lustrous, what is this called? The Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Shines. This is in the shade 7 Glazed Mauve. I love this. I mean, it looks like a lipstick, but to me, it's more like a balm. I mean, there's not like wham bam pigment when you apply it. It's more of like a sheer glossy balm. And the texture is that also. It doesn't feel like you're wearing lipstick. I love this. I bought this right around the time of quarantine this year, I believe in February or March, and I probably would have purchased another one by now. However, given that we haven't been wearing lip products all that much, this is the only one that I have and have been happy with given the circumstances. So I really like this formula. Next, I have these Revlon Kiss Cushion Lip Tints. These I would put in the category as the Colourpop lip tints. I actually recently, when I was grocery shopping, all of these were sitting in a bin for $1, and so I scooped all of them up. I haven't tried this brown one yet, but all the other shades I have tried. The only thing that I don't really like about it is that you twist it and the pigment comes up through this foamy tip here, and then you apply it that way. I would much rather it be, like the Colourpop lip tints, where it's a balm. It's like right there. You don't have to twist it to get the pigment up, because that can be kind of finicky to work with. Aside from that, I really do enjoy wearing these. Again, they're comfortable to wear. The color payoff is ideal for me, and I enjoy them. And I only paid $1 for all of them. So again, keeping these. I received these from Ipsy a few months ago. These are the Tristi mini lip glazes. I go back and forth with these. I have, gone through my lip products here a couple months ago, and thought that I was gonna get rid of these just because I don't really ever wear them. For some reason, I always feel like the color payoff isn't there, but then I go and I swatch them, and it's there. And surprisingly, this is like the color intensity that I would want in a product like this. So again, swatching them now, I'm like, oh yeah, these are nice. So I'm not gonna get rid of them. Again, I'm gonna keep them in my everyday spot and hope that I will use them more often. Next, I purchased this recently. I'm not sure why. Again, you know, it just doesn't make sense to be purchasing lip products right now, but I don't know, this color caught my eye. It is the e.l.f. Sheer Slick. I think they released earlier this year anyway, and for whatever reason this color just caught my eye and I had to pick it up. And it's this crazy corally orangey beautiful color, definitely something that is intimidating to me, but every once in a while get a hair to want to wear a color like this, and I think it's very nice. I enjoy it, and this was, I don't know how much these are, $4 or $5, and so I just picked it up. I've worn it twice I think, and again the formula is great. The color payoff is ideal for me. I enjoy it. If quarantine wasn't happening, I would definitely pick up other colors, but for right now, I am content keeping this one. For 2 everyday glosses, this is the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil and the Glossier Balm.com. Just something to have on my lips just to feel like there's moisture there. They don't really have any color payoff. The Glossier, I think this is the Rose one, and I love the Glossier Balm.coms. I have almost gone on the site and just purchased 1 or 2 more just to have on hand because there's like literally just barely any more in there, but I'm too afraid to use it up because I enjoy it so much. That's kind of expensive though. I did purchase something else that I thought was going to be similar, which I'll get to in a bit here, and unfortunately it's not. So I don't know, maybe I'll break down here eventually and just purchase a full size. Anyway, I enjoy both of these. We'll be keeping both of them. And this guy, I know this came in a pack of 3 or 4 also. This I received in my Ipsy Plus for October, I believe. I did a video on it and swatched them. I really do enjoy these. These are a bit stickier in my opinion, but again, for giving a gloss, I really like this applicator. This is really nice and really easy. I like that it feels, it's not like sticky like a gloss, but it looks like a gloss on your lips. It provides just a little bit of color, but it still feels like it's nourishing on your lips. So I really do enjoy these. All right, let's get into the bag, huh? My word. I mean, seriously. Okay, where to even begin? So here are the Dr. Lip tints that I was just talking about. I will set these aside with the other. I'm gonna go ahead, pull out just a few more of like the more chapsticky type products that I know that I use and enjoy. They shouldn't be in here anyway. Here's another Colourpop, just a tint. This one, Rise and Shine, is more of a peachy color. I think this one was more so my least favorite of them all, which is probably why it's in here. Just for whatever reason, the color with my complexion just doesn't, it's just not very good. It's like it's too warm, too orangey, and I just don't favor wearing it. But, you know, obviously I'm still gonna keep it. So I have these Vaseline Rosy lips. I love these, especially with winter being here in Minnesota. I like that there's a little bit of color payoff and they're easy enough to keep in my pocket, so I will be keeping both of these. I have 2 of these Hanalei lip treatments. This mauve pink one I just received in an Ipsy bag, I believe last month, and this other one is just the clear one, and this one is just about gone. We'll be keeping both of these. I will probably put them in my everyday jar. These Soft Lips Pearl, I don't think they sell these anymore, so my mom and I have been obsessed with these for years and years and years, and it's just, I mean, it's like a chapstick type texture, but when you apply it, there's like an iridescent pink shimmer. So you can wear it alone and you'll have just a little bit of shimmer and gloss on your lips, or you can use it as a topper. And we just fell in love with these, and then they stopped selling them, stopped making them, and we couldn't find them anywhere. And I think my dad found a pack on Amazon and paid, he told me, an arm and a leg for them, and then divvied them up between my mom and I. And so I will probably find a couple more of these. I don't know if they'll be in here, but I've got them stashed in a few different places. So I really enjoy these. If you ever see them, I recommend picking it up because it's just a great everyday chapstick with a little bit of shimmer and gloss if you're into that. This Marlow Sunscreen Lip Balm I like to use in the summer when I'm outside doing yard work. I will be hanging on to this. I think actually Jason gave me this. I had signed him up for the Birchbox for men for like the 3 months. It was like a gift thing, and he received this, and I freaked out as I watched him open it, and I was like, oh, that's such a good lip balm. And then he ended up giving it to me, so I have it now. He gave it to me. I didn't take it. Okay, he gave it to me. But anyway, this is a very lovely lip balm. And again, this applicator is so nice, like not to like totally be turned on by a product chapstick applicator, but your lips just like groove in there, and it's just so, so nice. Next up, I have these e.l.f. Balms. I believe I purchased these last year around the holidays. It was a gift set. I think it was $5 for 3 of them. And you know, they're nice, but there's just something about the formula. Like it's my ideal product. It's like a tinted balm. The color payoff isn't crazy. It's definitely more of a pigment, but there's just something about the formula that feels uncomfortable on my lips. Like it doesn't glide on smooth like a balm. Like it's almost kind of tacky and drags a little bit when you're trying to apply it, and the color just doesn't apply smoothly on your lips. And I've kept them because I just want to love them. I just, you know, I mean, even watch if you can see me trying to apply it, like it doesn't glide on smoothly. It's just, it like applies patchy like that. Yeah, they're just not my favorite, and I keep wanting to love them, and I'm just not going to love them, so I'm going to throw them away. All right, I have another NYX Butter Gloss. This is Fortune Cookie, as I mentioned. I'm gonna keep this one also. This one is a very, very light nude color. Definitely more of like a summer gloss, but I love it anyway. Next up, I received this in an Ipsy bag earlier this year, I think over the summer. This is the Incredible, oh no, let me say that correctly. Incredible Be a Roller Baby Rollerball Gloss, Rolling Like a Honey. This is very nostalgic for me. If you grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, I just feel like this hits you in a different way than probably other people. So I'm not necessarily crazy about the product itself. I think I more so enjoy the experience of applying it, and that's the reason why I hang on to it, because aside from that, it doesn't really do much for me. So I am gonna keep it though, because it's very close to my heart. Next, this lipstick from Belle Pierre Cosmetics. I don't know why I still have this. I think because it's a beautiful color, and I don't know. I feel bad throwing stuff away. So I think the last time I did this declutter, I told myself that I could use it as like a cheek balm, and I just haven't yet, and I'm not going to. So I am going to throw this away. I hate throwing away lip products, but at the same time, what am I gonna do with it? I can't offer them to anyone else because I've probably put it on my lips at some point and no one's gonna want that. So I'm gonna throw this away. Next, I purchased this because of Raw Beauty Tristi. Again, right around the time, I think I bought this in like January, February this year. So again, I haven't worn it very much, but I bought this because of Raw Beauty Tristi. This is her shade Mochalicious that she raves about in many, many of her videos. I was at a little drugstore here by my house and just happened to see it and had a moment where I was like, Raw Beauty Tristi! And I put it in my basket and purchased it without much thought. And it is very beautiful. It definitely has more of a dry lipstick type texture on my lips, you know, compared to like that Revlon Lustrous Lips, which is much more balmy and glossy. This is definitely more of a lipstick type product. So for that, it's not my favorite, but I really do love that color. Damn, Christy. I mean, she was so right, and I don't regret for 1 second impulse buying this. So I'm gonna hang on to that. This product, it was what I purchased instead of just buying a brand new Glossier Balm.com. This is the Smith's Rosebud Salve. And I was very disappointed in this. I mean, the product itself is fine. It's the scent of it that really bothers me. So the Glossier Balm.com, that rose scent is more of like a floral, pretty, nice rose. And this rose scent to me is very perfumey grandma-esque. Putting this on my lips was almost like insulting. If you are like me and were looking for a dupe for the Glossier Balm.com, this is not. Next, this Lord & Berry Crayon Lipstick. You know, I really enjoyed this, and I've had it for years, and I think it's time that I throw it away. The color is super rich, and it's just delicious. Like, that is like Vixen Goth Delicious Red, and I really like this pencil formula. It's very creamy for it being a pencil, but I can smell that it's past its time, and I'm gonna throw it away. That makes me so sad, but it's been real. Next up, this Smashbox Always on Liquid Lipstick. I got this, I think, last year from Ulta. It came in like a gift bag of samples, and I tried it out and I loved it. I loved it, like so much so that I put the full size in my cart, and then I wore it again and hated it. I guess I thought that it was more of like a liquid lipstick, and then the second time that I went and put it on, it's definitely more of like a matte almost bordering a lip stain in my opinion. It's nice. It is a great formula if you like this style of lip product. It's just not for me, and I think I'm gonna throw it away because I know that I'm not gonna wear it. Next I have this balm from Winky Lux. It's one of those pH balms, and I like it. I've had it for a while, and so I'm kind of wondering if I should throw it away. Again, I really like it. It does apply to your lips, and you know, your lips will turn that pink because of the pH reaction, but there's a little bit of a shimmer to it. I wish the packaging was different. I don't like the bullet. I think it's like, for whatever reason, I don't like applying a product like this, like the lipstick format, on my lips in public for some reason. Like I feel unnecessarily bougie and like people are staring. I don't know why. Please tell me if anyone else is like that. Like just the act of applying a lipstick on your lips in public just makes me feel uncomfortable for some reason. And so for that, like I just, if I carried it with me as a day-to-day gloss or something, I found myself never reaching for it because I just felt weird applying it. So I think I am gonna throw it away because again, I have other everyday glosses that I'm gonna use over this. I'm just gonna throw it away. It makes me so sad though, because I remember when these came out, and of course I had my eye on it. Like the product itself is so beautiful and so luscious and luxurious looking. I mean, it's just so classy, but I knew that I would never buy it. And then my mom, I believe, got this as a sampler. Maybe it came in her Ipsy bag or something, and she ended up giving it to me, and I treasured it. I did wear it a lot when I first got it, but then I just started to phase it out because I was getting other products that I liked more. And well, anyway, here it is. I don't know. I'm gonna put this in the maybe. I'm gonna put it in a maybe. I don't have a maybe pile started yet, so it's going. Next, I have this balm from Pixie. This is the Pixie by Petra Shea Butter Lip Balm in the shade Natural Rose. I definitely got this in an Ipsy bag. Man, that is beat up and worn. I love this lip product. I should probably throw it because I've had it for 2 or 3 years, but I love it and I just can't. It's a beautiful muted rose color that to me is just like a beautiful nude for any time of year. I enjoy the product. It feels comfortable on my lips. It is a little bit dry, like it's not as balmy as some of, what can I compare it to? Something maybe like this. Like this is much more balmy, or no, not balmy, just more slick, just more smooth on my lips. Whereas this feels a little bit more tacky and dry on my lips. It applies nicely. It definitely applies, you know, like in comparison to like those e.l.f. balms that I end up throwing away. It's in no way as dry as those. But anyway, I love it. The only thing that I'm not crazy about, and it's had this scent, it smells like Play-Doh. And it's had that scent since day one. That's the only thing that I don't like about it, but everything else, this is like my perfect lip balm product. Another favorite. Next, let's go through the Colourpop lippy sticks. I have a couple of them, 5 of them. I really also like this formula. So this first one here is in the shade Cami. This, I believe, is more of like a, yeah, like a beautiful rich rose color. I love that. This one is much darker. I'm sorry, this is in the shade Girl Gang. This next one, Oh Snap, another favorite of mine. It's just a beautiful nude for my complexion. Dream Date. I think if I remember correctly, this one was a bit light. It's not my favorite. This last one in the shade Slacker, I really like this one too. Yeah, I love these. All right, this Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick. I'm gonna throw this away. I kept it because I love the color. It's so pretty. I don't want to swatch it because it is a stain, which is another reason why I'm gonna pass it on and why I didn't wear it all that much. Oh my goodness gracious. For someone who doesn't like lip products, I do occasionally like to go for something just crazy, bold, and loud like this, and I just love the color and the way it looked with my complexion. It's so pretty, but again, it's a stain, and I've had it for a number of years, and I know I'm not gonna wear it, so I'm gonna throw this away. It makes me so sad. Let's go for the Colourpop So Juicies. Do I only have 2 of them? Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to these. I really do enjoy these. This one, they're so worn. I don't think the name is on there anymore. Oh, QT. So it's just like a cloudy iridescent pink with some glitter. Definitely more of a topper or something to wear alone for a little bit of shimmer. And then this color is the shade Roundabout. Again, just a very pretty pinky nude. I'm gonna keep both of these. Next, I think it's time to let this go. The Too Faced Lip Injection. Oh, I love this. There's a little bit left in there though. I can't. No, I'm gonna be crazy and keep it because there's enough product in there to justify that. I love this as a lip plumper. Oh my goodness, I love this. I have tried a few different lip plumpers and this one is just the ultimate in my opinion. So I am gonna keep it. I'm gonna put it in my everydays that I use. I just need to use it up and be done with it, but I really do enjoy it. Next up, I think I'm gonna throw this away. This is the NYX Duochromatic in the shade Spring It On. I think I purchased this about a year ago. It's a very pretty color. It's definitely a shimmer, more iridescent, no, not iridescent, like there's no like base color. It's more of like a duochrome shimmer and it's beautiful and it can be worn as a topper or worn alone. Definitely more of like a spring and summer type color. I don't recall wearing it a whole lot this summer. Again, of course, because we're wearing masks, but I just don't think that I'm gonna wear it. And I've already had it for a year or two. And you know, I'm not gonna be wearing it again, at least until next summer. And by then it's just probably gonna be past its time. So I'm gonna throw this away. It's the Colourpop and I Love Sarahi Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Atolle. I don't remember, I don't want to get off too much into a rant about Colourpop, but I discovered Colourpop last late summer and had purchased a lot from them. And there were a couple times where it seemed that my package would be shipped out a bit later than norm, which, you know, to me, it doesn't, it's fine. I guess as long as it gets to me within, you know, a few weeks, that's fine. But I guess to their standards, my package shipped out a little bit later than normal. And there were a couple times where they put a free gift in there because of that, along with a little note that said, sorry for the inconvenience and to make up for it, here is a special treat for you, whatever. And a couple times, I mean, I know once I received a single eyeshadow, a lip product once. I think maybe I got a lip product twice actually. But anyway, this was one of the lip products that they sent me to make up for that. And I was completely blown away with that sort of service, that customer service. You know, even though the lip product wasn't something that I would have picked out on my own, it's still the thought that counts. You know, it's that customer service recovery that truly matters and you're gonna remember that and you're gonna think so much more of that brand. I just have been disappointed recent interactions with Colourpop, with recent orders. They don't do stuff like this anymore. My last two purchases from them both came very late, which again, I know given the present circumstances is maybe not fair of me to be ripping on them like this, but I don't know. I just feel like they lost a bit of that personal touch that they had even just a year ago. Anyway, I think I'm gonna throw this away because this reminds me a bit of this shade. It's definitely more of a spring summer color and I don't like the brush tip applicators. I don't like them at all. I wish they would return to the doe foots. So anyway, I'm gonna throw this away. Next up, the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lips. You know, I don't mind stains, but these were very uncomfortable to wear. They were like they're very like wet and waxy and they moved around a bit. And then once they dried down, they dried down and they're good. But they just weren't comfortable to wear. And I think the only reason why I've hung on to them is because these do have the doe foot. And I think I've got a couple other Colourpop lip products here that still have the brush tip. And I think I want to wash the doe foots and just exchange out the applicator so that I can keep the doe foot and get rid of the brush tip. So I'm gonna just set these aside right now and just probably use these applicators for other Colourpop lip products. Next up, this is the NYX Lingerie Glitter Gloss in the shade Shy. I love this. It's probably one of my favorite nude glosses. There's not much of a base to it, but it's just like an iridescent shimmer. Just one of my favorites. I love it so much that I actually bought a backup of it, which I'm sure I would probably already be ripped into if I was wearing lip products regularly, but I really do like this one. We have another So Juicy from Colourpop. This is the shade Partly Rowdy. This is probably my favorite one. It's very similar actually to that NYX gloss that I just swatched, just not as peach. It's definitely more muted nude shade, if that makes sense, with silver sparkle reflex in there. The only thing about these is that they're so sticky.
But they make your lips so juicy.
Literally. So I'm gonna keep this. Here I've got two more freaking Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lips. They definitely had to have had a sale on these because there's no way that I would have paid $7 or $8 a piece, being that I don't love lip products that much. So I'm guessing that they had a sale going on because that's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, I really do love these shades though. This one I think was actually one of my favorites. What shade is this? Yeah, Vitamin C. Oh my gosh, it actually kind of reminds me of that Smashbox lip color, just a little bit more muted, but oh my gosh, I don't know, it's so pretty. And this one, Doozy, is another favorite. I'm kind of torn. I kind of want to hang on to these two because these two are just two beautiful nudes that probably could be worn year round. Should I keep them or should I toss them? I don't know. I'm gonna put them in the maybes, okay? I'm gonna put them in the maybes. All right, a Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Bestie. This is just a beautiful, cute, pinky nude. So this one has the brush tip, so I'm definitely going to be getting rid of this brush tip and exchanging it out for one of these doe foots and one of the ultra blotted lips, but it's so pretty. As far as liquid lipsticks go, I don't know that this is my favorite formula. It's just a bit sticky and kind of messy to apply. It's all right. I probably won't purchase any more Colourpop lip products, at least not the ultra glossy lips, and just not my favorite formula. Next, I love this one. This is from e.l.f. This is the Lip Plumping Gloss. In my opinion, there's not a whole lot of a plump happening here. There is a little bit of like a menthol-y feeling to it, but you know, especially in comparison to the Too Faced lip injection, it's like no comparison whatsoever, but I really love this color. Oh, it's delish. It actually reminds me a lot of the Nyx Butter Gloss and Praline. Let's swatch them side by side and see. Oh my goodness gracious, they're near dupes, aren't they? Do I need both? Yeah. Yeah. What kind of question is that? So this is the Nyx Butter Gloss and Praline. This is the e.l.f. Plumping Gloss in the shade. Did I tell you the shade? Praline!
Oh my Amanda, are you kidding me?
They're both the shade Praline. Get right out of town. If I didn't love the color so much, I would choose one of them, but I really do enjoy this color. I'm gonna keep both of them out in my everyday lip jar though, so yeah, delish. All right, this is from Bare Minerals. This is the shade Maverick, one of my favorite lip products. These are very sticky also, but they apply so smoothly and they are very comfortable on the lips. Again, this sort of reminds me of the Praline shade. Oh my goodness, I love the Bare Minerals lip products. I have, as long as we're talking about it, I'm gonna swatch this one for you. This is the Bare Minerals in the shade 24 Karat. Both of these are plumping. They definitely have that menthol action going on. This is a level up from the e.l.f. Plumping Gloss for sure, but not quite as intense as the Too Faced lip injection. I love 24 Karat. The 24 Karat is just a sheer color, but there's just tons of beautiful champagne glitter in there, and it works beautifully by itself or as a topper. My mom and I are obsessed with this shade, so I've got this one open and then I've got a backup one also. And again, being someone who isn't totally madly in love with lip products, I feel like that says a lot. So I really do enjoy the Bare Minerals lip product formula. I'm gonna keep all of these for sure. All right, next I have this Huda Beauty Demi Matte in the shade Shiro. I received this in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and I was very disappointed that I received this because I don't really care to receive lip products in my Ipsy bags, especially liquid lipstick and especially a matte. But these are like beautiful. First of all, the applicator is very comfortable. There's just like a different curve to this doe foot that's just glides and shapes with your lip. It's very nice to apply. And I don't find this to be, like, it's very comfortable to wear for a matte lip product and for someone who doesn't like wearing liquid lipsticks. This shade is a beautiful rosy nude, and again, the formula is beautiful. If we weren't wearing masks, I would definitely be wearing this a lot more often, so I'm going to hang on to this and continue to wear it. I really actually enjoy it. I'm going to put this in my everyday bin. This product from Morphe in the shade Pixie, I really did like this color. Again, it's very reminiscent of the Praline family shades. It's just much more glossy in my opinion. I'm gonna keep this, of course, because I'm in love with that shade. All right, next up, I'm going to grab these from Wet n Wild. They're both the same color. This is from their horoscope collection. This is the Color Icon Lip Gloss in the shade Pisces, which is extra special to me because I am a Pisces. So it's just it's a sheer gloss. It's like a pink blue duochrome. It's almost like I think it's like a sheer pink base, and there must be just tiny pink and blue glitters in there. Anyway, it looks beautiful on the lips, and to me this is like a perfect topper gloss or something to wear alone. Definitely something that I had in my everyday bid for quite some time. I think I'm gonna throw this one away because I do have a backup, and I will just, I'm gonna wait to open this until spring and summer when I'm using this type of color product more often. So, but I'm gonna throw this one away. This one's just about gone anyway, so I love this. I hope they never stop making these. It's one of my favorites, and it's super, super cheap, like $3 or $4, so love it. Next, I have this one from Essence. This is the Hollow Wow. Again, very similar to the Wet n Wild Pisces. These are a little bit stickier. You can see in the swatching, this one has actually got more of a pink shift to it than the blue. I really do like it though. And there's definitely a delicious like fruity scent. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to this. I love, if you haven't noticed, like the topper shimmer shades. These are my favorite type of glosses to wear, so I'm gonna keep this. I had one more, yes, this one from Essence. This is, oh, I didn't tell you the color name. This is in the shade Unicorn Powder, sorry. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I've used a lot of it. It's getting close to empty. This one is in the shade Scarab Wings. This was like an impulse purchase, but I was just drawn to it. Again, being someone that isn't crazy about lip products, every once in a while there's just a dark lip color that I'm just enamored by, and I have to have it. And when I wear it, it's just magical, and I feel like a queen. And this was just one of those shades. I do like it. I have had it for some time though, but for some reason, like I feel like I don't want to throw it away. I'm gonna put it in the maybe. I have these from CoverGirl. They're both the same product, the Melting Pout Glitz. One is in the shade 400 Golden Girl, and this is the shade 405 Double Platinum. I really like these two. Again, they're just topper shades. This one, however, is actually like silver. It's so cool. I know that sounds terrifying and it looks terrifying, but it's so cool on your lips. It does blend out nicely, and you can, oh, I got a big old gloop there because I haven't worn it in quite some time. You can sheer it out so it's just kind of a wash of like silver glitter on your lips, or you can build it up so it's definitely more popping silver on your lips. I'm not crazy about the formula and the applicator. If you just saw me try to squeeze it out, it's like it gets thick in there and it's hard to squeeze out onto your lips. And then again, if you haven't worn it in a while, you get a big old gloop. And then this one is just more of like a, definitely more in that as a topper. It's definitely more of just like a wash of like champagne glitter. Oh, it's so hard to squeeze out. You know what? I think I'm gonna throw this one away. I can't even get anything out of it right now because it's so thick and hardened in there, and I definitely have more product in there. I can't get anything out. I'm afraid it's gonna burst. I'm gonna throw this one away. That's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. So this one's going in the garbage. However, I really love this shade. This is so unique, and I'm gonna hang on to it. This one, I believe this is from Colourpop. It's completely worn off. Oh yes, Moonchild. I did replace this applicator with another one. A very light nude. It's a bit light for me, but for some reason I want to keep it. I'm gonna hang on to it again until spring and summer. If I don't end up using it come the spring and summer, I will throw it away. Next, this one from Wet n Wild. This is another from their horoscope collection. This is in the shade Virgo. I love this shade. It's like a grayy lilac champagne purple. It's very cool toned. Oh my goodness gracious. It's so pretty. There's a lot of fine silver glitter in there. It's definitely just a beautiful like champagne nude. Very cool toned champagne nude. Oh my gosh, I love it. I've had this for a while though. I should actually repurchase it once the pandemic is over, of course. See, that just freaks me out because what if they stop making it? I'm just gonna continue to wear an old moldy lip gloss apparently. I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Next up, this one from Estate Cosmetics. I really did like this gloss. Wait, I should say like a beautiful baby pink, baby Barbie-ish pink, but it's very light and sheer. It's so pretty. I've used a lot of it. I'm gonna hang on to it though, and again, if I don't end up using it up this spring and summer, I'm gonna throw it away because I've had it for a year already. And yeah, oh my goodness gracious, I really love this gloss though. Again, it's very comfortable to wear. It's tacky, of course, because it's a gloss, but it's not sticky, so I love it. This one from Ofra, definitely keeping. I love this formula. This is definitely like a very orangey champagne nude, peachy, not orangey, sorry. Peachy champagne nude. Definitely more of a topper or a standalone gloss with a little bit of glitter. This formula is incredible. Incredible. It is not sticky and it's very comfortable to wear. I love it. Once the pandemic is over and we're back to, you know, not wearing face masks and my lips are exposed to the world again, I will definitely consider buying more Ofra lip glosses. This is the only Ofra lip gloss I've ever tried and I love it. Next up, this, oh, I love this one. I forgot about it. Oh, I gotta pull this one out and keep it in my everyday. Context Liquid Lacquer in the shade Mad Love. Definitely got this in an Ipsy or a Boxy Charm. I don't know if I've heard of Context. It's just, you know, obviously, you know what color it's gonna be. It's just beautiful. This is definitely more of a liquid lipstick formula than a gloss, but it's comfortable to wear and it's just a beautiful color. I just love it so, so much. So I'm definitely gonna pull this out and keep it in my everyday bin and just wear it for myself around the house. But this one from Wet n Wild, their liquid cat suit. This is in the shade Send Nudes. Again, this doe foot is incredible. It reminds me a little bit of the Huda doe foot. It's got like a little bit of a groove to there that just conforms to your lips and it just applies like a dream. However, it's definitely more of a liquid lipstick. It dries a little bit matte. It's not my favorite formula to wear, but I don't know, for some reason I don't want to throw it away. So I'm gonna hang on to it for now. And again, next time I do my lip declutter go-throughs, I might consider passing it along to the garbage. But anyway, the shade is very pretty. It's kind of a cool tone nude. This one, I don't know that I don't think I've ever even swatched this, specifically because I know that I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna wanna wear it. So I think I'm gonna maybe put this in my pass along bag. I've got a little bag of makeup and skincare stuff that I will bring in and offer to friends and family and stuff every once in a while. So I think I'm gonna put this in there, being that it's never touched my lips, and hope that maybe someone else will find some love in it. This I was very disappointed in. This is from Jewel Smith Beauty. This I did purchase or receive through Ipsy. This is in the shade Moonbeam Dream, and it looks like it would be very reminiscent of like the Essence Hollow Gloss, like this one, or my Wet n Wild Pisces gloss, but there's like nothing really to it. Like it does as soon as you swatch it, but I swear it like disappears from my lips is like within minutes. And so for that reason, I think I'm going to pass it. Oh my gosh, but there's like so much product in there. Should I just keep it and hang on to it? And I think I'm gonna, I think I just talked myself into keeping this. I think I'm gonna keep it in my everyday bin and try, you know, wearing it around the house or whatever, and just see what I think of it, because there's so much product in there. And this totally looks like my ideal like lip gloss shimmer iridescent product that I'd be totally into. So I'm gonna give it a second chance. I'm gonna give it a second chance, guys. Lastly, this is the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner. For whatever reason, hey, my goodness gracious. We got a declutter going on here. Not now, guys. So last year, I think it was, for whatever reason, I went through a kick where I thought that I needed a lip liner, where I thought that I was gonna use it. I think I purchased it to go with the Wet n Wild Send Nudes. And it's pretty close, right? Yeah, very much so. And it's I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't even say it because I don't know anything about lip liners. This is literally the only lip liner I've ever owned in my entire life. But it's nice, and I keep like not throwing it away, because I feel like it would be okay enough to wear alone all over the lips and then maybe top it with a gloss. So for that reason, like I want to still keep it because of that. And I think I'm going to. Like I went into this video knowing that I was for sure going to throw this away, because I know I'm never, no way in hell ever going to wear a lip liner. That's just stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. But now upon swatching it and seeing how pretty and pinky it is, and just again feeling the smooth glide formula, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. And again, if I don't wear it by the next declutter, it'll go. So this is the Smith & Cult lip in the shade Pink Frost. This one is so special to me. Every year on my birthday is March 17th, my mom and I go shopping together. And for the past couple of years, we've gone to Ulta, since Ulta came to my town. And I purchased this on my birthday weekend. This is such a bougie lip product. I think it's the most expensive lip product that I've ever purchased myself. And I walked around, I put it in my basket, walked around the store, did my round, contemplated it, put it back, picked it back up, you know, did the whole thing, and I ended up purchasing it. It's so unique and so beautiful. It's definitely almost kind of like a balm. It's a bit, I don't want to say sheer. I mean, there's definitely a pigment there, of course, but it's definitely more like a balm than it is like a liquid lip, of course, or like a lipstick is what I mean. But the payoff is like this beautiful duochrome sheer. It's definitely like a hot Barbie pinky purple with some blue and glitter reflect in there. But anyway, literally the next day was the first day of quarantine, and I have not worn this out in public yet. I've worn it a couple times around the house for myself. I mean, it breaks my heart that I spent, I think this was like $23 maybe, that I spent that much on a lip product that, you know, I hesitated, of course, at first because of the rarity that I wear a bold lip out in public for sure. But then now being that, you know, I haven't been out in public without something over my lips, over my mouth, and I just feel like it's going to waste. And so it breaks my heart, but I will not get rid of it, not a chance. It's just beautiful. I treasure it because I bought it with my mom. I bought it on my birthday. And it's a very bittersweet memory, of course, because I purchased it the day before quarantine started for the first time this year. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a very near and dear to my heart lip product, and I love it. And it's so cool. I mean, that's fucking cool. Anyway, so I went through everything one last time and was very cutthroat, and actually I'm getting rid of a lot more than I originally was. Everything that was in my maybe pile, I am gonna get rid of. I also picked out this So Juicy. You know, this color I have repeated in a lot of other shades, and I don't like how sticky this is, especially I can handle it for like a gloss, but for something where I'm wanting color and wanting something to be more obvious on my lips, I want it to be, the comfort of the product is much more important to me. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I did keep one of my Colourpop liquid lips, I think in the shade Bestie, and I already replaced the applicator, so these are good to be thrown away. I am gonna get rid of my Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Send Nudes. Oh, I think that one's, I'm still kind of torn about. But I was looking at everything and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna wear a lip product, I have other formulas and other colors similar to this that I'm gonna choose over this every single time. So yeah, I'm still gonna get rid of it. We know about a lot of these. Oh, I am gonna throw away my like 2 uses that I have left in both the Hanalei and the Glacier. It's just because it's time. I've had these for long enough, and I just have been too afraid to use up the last little smidge that's in both of these. So I'm just gonna throw them away so that I can finally just move on to this one and work on this one by itself. And then when the time is done and this is gone, I will repurchase one of these because I really do like these formulas much better. Also the So Juicy. I'm gonna get rid of this one also because it's very similar to a lot of the other lip gloss formulas, the iridescent glittery gloss that I have repeated over and over in my collection. And again, I just don't like how sticky this formula is. However, I did keep the Partly Rowdy one, that more nudie silver sparkly one. That one's very pretty. I am gonna get rid of the lip liner. I had a moment of weakness. I realized it and snapped out of it and just said, you know what, no. What else did I pull out? I think that was it. I think I'm gonna, I don't know if I want to keep this. Again, I'm not crazy about lip oils for some reason, and this has a watermelon scent to it, and I don't like the scent or the flavor of watermelon. I like watermelon, the fruit, but everything else, the candy, the scent of it is very sickening to me. This one is the only one that I'm still kind of torn up about. It's so pretty. Should this be my weakness? The one that I'm weak for? I mean, I'm getting rid of a lot that I didn't think that I would. I think this might have to be my only weakness just because it's so cool. I'm getting rid of one of my Colourpop Just a Tints, that pinky one that's just a little bit too pink tone for me. I don't think it's very flattering in my complexion. I am gonna keep this. I'm gonna put this in my blue bag. I'm getting rid of one of my Colourpop Lippy Sticks in the shade Dream Date. I think it's just a bit too light for me, and it's not very flattering. It's not one that I reach for very often, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And I think everything else I said that I was gonna declutter. Oh, I am also gonna get rid of one of my Vaseline Rosy lips just because I have two of them that are open for some reason, and I just picked the one that appeared to be the most empty, assuming that this is the oldest one. So I'm just gonna, they're both, I know I've had them for long enough, and so I'm just gonna get rid of one so I can work through the other and just get through that one, and then yeah, go on from there. So with all that being said, this is all going into the garbage. That's very sad for me. I don't like throwing away products, but everything in here has been at least used once, and no one wants anything that's touched my lips, so I am going to be throwing this away. And then if you recall what I started with when I first opened this blue bag, I mean, it was bursting with lip products, so I think that's really good. I mean, it looks like I got rid of at least half, if not a little bit more. And then my everyday bin, I did switch out a few of the colors. I put in a few of those lusted after shades that I talked about throughout the video. So these are the ones. I did also throw in a couple of the ones that I talked about that if I don't use it by the next time I do a declutter, I am gonna throw them away. So I did put a couple of those in here. We'll see how it goes. And then these are gonna go in my little everyday jar so that, you know, when I go to work or I'm going out and about running errands or just around the house, you know, and just wanna put something on my lips, these are the products that I reach for. So nothing really super fancy about them. They're either just a little bit of gloss, a little bit of color, or, you know, a little bit of soothingness for the lips. So anyway, that's it. That is my lip declutter. I hope that you enjoyed watching. This wasn't as treacherous as I thought it was gonna be. I did get rid of a fair amount. I'm very proud of myself. And yeah, that is that. I hope you enjoyed. I want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for hanging out with me and watching. I hope that you hit that subscribe button so you can come back next time. And until next time, I hope you have a very wonderful day. A little movie star? In every video. You always find a way to make it in that almost every video. You know. You're made to be a star.